While I was like sitting there, I could hear him talking about like my call out post that I made about him. He was like, she's putting everything about me on the internet and stuff like that. Like Christian. I find it kind of funny because I don't know how I'm putting stuff on the internet when he's the one who's been posting about his abuse online all the time, like publicly. And also in his Discord server that he wants people to join, which is full of him talking about suicide and a bunch of other stuff like that, which is weird because he's trying to make like a fandom, and his fandom is literally just him projecting his abusive home life into his OCs and wants people to make fan art of like characters that are based off of like real traumatic events and real people who hurt him. And also my friend Romeo told me that I was calling him an abuser and also that I was the one who threatened him, which no, I didn't. Don't even lie. Like, come on. Where's the proof, huh? Do you have any recordings like I do? Do you have any screenshots of me threatening you? I don't know if me saying that I was gonna take your parents to jail someday was a threat, if that counts. But now that I know that he was lying about me and also saw the video, I decided to post the second call-out post on his birthday, just like how I'm posting this video on his birthday. It's because I'm just petty like that. Everything was alright, I guess. I do have a few funny stories about Pooh in our classroom. Everybody in the classroom hates him, except for like this one girl who I'll talk about later. She's not a good person either, by the way. She's like just as bad as him. I don't know if I should say worse, but I think they're equally bad. I remember one time we were like going to like sing our like Christmas songs for our Christmas choir event or whatever, and while we were like heading outside, he was like trying to like quickly go before me because he wanted to avoid me and whatever. And this girl, her name is Taj. I really like Taj. She hates him. Like, she hates him so much because earlier we were like singing All I Want for Christmas, but it got like cut out of our thing because people just didn't want to participate. He was like, once again, I don't know if, I'm pretty sure I already said it, but like he was like trying to like sing really loud, but like he was like straining his voice. I wasn't close to him, but Taj was like giving him like this stink eye. Like he can't sing. I want to be so honest, he cannot sing. I'm not saying that I'm like better than him. Well, I am, but oh my god, does he not know how to sing? He should just quit. He should have never got into choir. In the hallway, he like pushed her and she was already mad at him for like doing all that yelling stuff. And she like calls him a girl and cusses him out and stuff like that. And I thought that was kind of funny. Not that he got called a girl or anything. I just found it funny that he got yelled at because he thinks that he could just be rude and push people and all that stuff all the time, because there's another time where he did that too. Like there's these two girls, I forget their name. They're like two bigger girls in our class, and they were like walking into the classroom and he like shimmies like pushing them and stuff while he's like going into the classroom. And they were about, like, one of the girls said that she was about to like apologize, but then he said watch out or something like that in like a mean way. So she was like, okay, fuck you then. Like, I really hope someday he gets punched in the face for like just being rude to people. Like, I know your home life and whatever, but like that doesn't excuse you to be just like a dickhead to like everybody around you. Like, okay. After the call-out post that I did, a lot of people from KelRP really liked it. It wasn't as popular as the first one, but at least it got some attention, sorta. But it didn't get attention from Pooh and his friends or whatever. At least they're gonna see this one because I know that they're gonna see this one. Hey guys. Besides telling the girls in my choir class that are on like my side of like the classroom, I also told his friend, who is called Joy, which once again we'll talk about her later. I told her about the situation and how I don't really think that she should be around him, not knowing she's just as awful as him. And she just like dismissed everything, even though I had like proof of him doing all this heinous shit. Like, she basically just said that, oh, maybe it was just like a misunderstanding or whatever. But like, no, this really happened and people were affected by this. And also, a lot of the stuff that he has done, she also has done before too. Well, not all the things she's done, but still. I also told my friends Vivian and Don, who also voiced some of the screenshots here, like, even without me telling them anything, they already hated him anyways, and they decided to, like, hide from him, basically. Like, they would go into, like, our art class and stuff and just sit there through lunch so they don't have to see him anymore. I also remember one time Don came in to, like, bring in, like a cheat or whatever to our class, and Pooh was, like, yelling, "Don, hi, Don!" And he, like, completely ignored him, and I thought that was really funny. I also told this one girl who sits next to Pooh and Joy, and I pray for her. I really do, because she actually hates both of them, because she just doesn't like any of them. She mainly doesn't like Pooh because he stinks, and also he would show her memes that she doesn't understand because, one, she's dyslexic, and two, she's not in that fandom, so she doesn't understand anything that he's showing her. So yeah, she came up to me, like, I told her, like, previously the stuff that's happened and stuff, and she also told me, like, how she feels about him, and she came to me and was like, "Hey, he's calling you a stalker." And I'm like, how am I the stalker for you giving out information about yourself to, like, everybody you know? How am I the stalker for getting information from people that you spread your information out towards just because you're comfortable with them? Like, some of them even, like, came up to me, like, first. Like, Sophie was the one who came up to me first about all the stuff. Like, she even asked, "Hey, is it okay if I tell you this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Because she actually was wondering if I was, like, in the right mindset to hear some of the information that you told her. So, yeah, I'm the stalker. Yeah, I'm the stalker. And since he wanted to call me a stalker, I decided to be that stalker that he wanted. I decided to hack his, like, whole account and stuff, like his many accounts. And I wouldn't really say I did it. It was actually somebody that I found on 4chan and also on Discord, because they're both on 4chan in this one Discord server that I'm in. I don't really know what to call him, because sometimes he will pretend to be like a trans girl who goes by Dottie, but he's also like a white guy who says like transphobic stuff and also says the N-word. So I don't know. I really don't know. I know that would be like kind of contradictory because of some information I'm going to talk about later, but I don't want to criticize him because I don't want to be next. I don't want him to hack my accounts either. Dottie is the reason why I have like so many like screenshots and stuff that I'm going to show you now. And we also like had like a bunch of calls and stuff. We were like, I wish I had screen recorded everything, but I was on like my tablet and I just wasn't really thinking about it. But yeah, sometimes Dottie would just like mess with like his accounts like on her own and whatever, like without me doing anything, which I actually didn't like because she did a lot of stuff that kind of made me mad. Like, she kept deleting a bunch of stuff that I felt like would be like really important. I just want to talk about all the stuff that me and Dottie did. So the first time we messed with his account, we kind of just like messed with like Google Docs and his like Schoology, and we also found out he was like failing really bad, and we thought that was really funny. We also found a bunch of like really funny photos. I'll just show you guys here. Also, that's when I found out that he was lying about the whole, he had evidence, but when we were going through like his photos and stuff, there was no evidence of like anything. Like, there was this one photo where it was like a cop, but that wasn't really anything. It was just one photo and that was it. But then we hacked into his Discord server, and that's when we were like messing with like the profile pictures like on his server, and also like just messing with like his accounts. We were looking through like his chat messages, and that's when I found the mommy dumb thing or whatever, and like him sending himself like really weird stuff. I'll show screenshots of everything that we found. We also messed with his like Tumblr and stuff, and we found like his like a bunch of like NSFW artists and zoophilic stuff, I don't know. Like, I'll just show you screenshots of like the people he follows, but that was like kind of weird. Like, is that not like a little bit zoophilic? I know like dragons aren't real, but they're still technically animals, aren't they? I feel like it's like really weird. But also, while we were looking at like his like DMs on Discord, I found out that Corgi was like the reason why he like blocked me out of nowhere randomly. And for some reason, Corgi called me like woke for caring about his only 2 black OCs as a black person. Like, I feel like that's kind of ironic in a way. Like, you're trans, aren't you like woke? I don't know. I just feel that's really weird. But unfortunately, his Discord account that we saw that on got deleted by Pooh himself. So I wish I could show you her saying that. Like, you're a white girl, you're a white trans girl calling a black girl woke because your white friend who, once again, I'll talk about how he feels about black people later, only has 2 black characters and doesn't actually care about those black characters like he thinks that he does. So I just don't know. Since his account is deleted, Corgi is the only one who could like show her saying that she called me woke because I didn't get to screenshot it. We screenshotted most of the stuff, mainly like the mommy dummy stuff and him DMing himself big boobed ladies. I really don't know. I feel like that's just his fetish. I think that and like bondage, because I found like a lot of like him reposting bondage stuff. I don't know, I'm not in the lobotomy court fandom he's in, but this is really weird that he screenshotted a lot of this stuff. And some of this is recent too, because some of it is like characters that he like reposts all the time, like in now times. So yeah. While I was like away, Dottie was messaging, I don't remember how it happened, but Dottie showed me screenshots of like his like lover like tweaking out because we hacked his boyfriend, I guess, account and stuff like that. And it was the funniest thing. Here, my friend's gonna voice over it. It's just, who talks like that? Do you not like feel embarrassed because of the way you text? Like, dude, like, who are you? You're not gonna scare us by like threatening us through your computer. Like, that was the funniest thing. Like, dude, like that was so cringy. Like, oh my god, that was the funniest thing. I think I grew abs that day for like a split second because of how much I was laughing at that guy's comments. Because advice to anybody out there, if you don't want to get hacked or anything, just don't get on suspicious websites like Pooh, because that's kind of how Dottie got into his accounts and stuff, because he's on stuff that he's not supposed to be. So yeah, while we were doing that, for some reason, I don't know why, but like Pooh thought like Synth was involved. Like his ex was doing the hacking, which that doesn't make any sense because I'm pretty sure Synth doesn't even care about him anymore. I think she just hates him. I don't know where he got that logic that, oh, my ex Synth is the one who's doing this. I don't know where he got that from. I don't know why he said that. We kind of just messed with him. We kind of just like deleted stuff and like deleted accounts and deleted Discord servers and stuff. And yeah, that was kind of it. Okay, I kind of just want to talk about a bunch of random other stuff that happened after the call-out post and also the hacking incident. I think the worst thing ever was during Halloween. So one day, I'm just walking down the hall. I'm getting ready to go to like my art class, and oh my god, I see Pooh with like this disgustingly bright red hair, and I was about to just point and laugh because, bro, who did that to you? Did your father like force you to do that to yourself? Because you look ridiculous right now. I'm surprised nobody else has just like burst into tears. I thought it was the funniest thing, and like my friends Dawn and Vivian and Ayana, they all were talking about it because they were like, oh my god, why does he look like that? They were all just confused, like, ew. Like, now Vivian and Dawn, whenever they're like going to like the cafeteria and like try to like avoid him, they call him the red one. Not like, they don't even call him by like his name, they just call him the red one. Be careful of the red one, he'll get you. Something like that. And also, like, when it was actually time for us to go to our like actual choir class, dude, everybody was like laughing. Even his friend Joy was like, that better not be permanent. And he was like, what? Everybody has been saying that it looks good on me. Why are you lying? Nobody said anything to you besides that's what they said. That's what they said. Because you look like Ronald McDonald right now. You look like the clown that you always been. I don't know why he did this, but my headcanon is that he was cosplaying, or at least trying to cosplay as Kim In-sung. As if Kim In-sung isn't just him. I guess humans do interpret art, or however the saying goes. I don't know why he thought that was a good idea. I don't know why he thought people wouldn't just like bully him even more than he already gets bullied for. Now you look like a giant pimple. Another funny thing that happened was I think we were having like an indoor thing. I think we had a sub or something. So me and our like little like area, we were like playing Uno or whatever, and his friend Joy had like her whole ass crack out, and one of my friends like took a photo of it and then showed it to everybody else in our group, and we were all laughing about it. And then somebody said, does she not feel like the breeze or anything? And then she heard us and like covered her butt. And that was the funniest thing, bro. Also, I remember one time somebody was like making fun of like the way he dressed, because he would just wear the most, I don't know, he dressed like he is homeless, which is crazy. Because like he had like mismatched socks that were visible, and even she was like, come on, if you're gonna wear two different socks, why have them be seen in those boots that you have on? And also sometimes he would like fall because he'd be running and stuff in the classroom, and they would laugh about that too. Like, I feel like he just has like a humiliation kink or something like that, because why does he keep doing just the most embarrassing stuff? Does he not feel shame or embarrassment? I just realized he like did like a BDSM test. Let me see if he actually does have like humiliation or degradation on there. Degree. I don't know if that counts. Does that count, guys? I think he just likes being made fun of, and I feel like this video might be a turn on for him, which I really hope it's not. I really hope not. Because I've been making fun of him this entire time, and he's into being degraded, so I have to poop. There's this really, really funny Valentine's Day story. OMG. There was so much stuff going on. Here's how it went. I'm just teasing. But basically, like, our class has, like, a Galentine's Day thing, which is basically Valentine's Day, but for, like, girls, which he shouldn't be there, because why is he here? He's not a girl. Get him out of here. And basically, like, some of our classmates, like, brought in, like, treats and stuff for, like, us to eat, and we would, like, watch or, like, sing or whatever. We didn't really do any of that. We kind of just, like, played music and just chilled the whole entire time, but guess you had to ruin it. Pooh. So, like, while we were, like, eating our, like, snacks or whatever, Pooh was, like, taking, like, a bunch of, like, snacks, which, once again, this is not, like, for him, because one, he's not a girl, and two, why are you taking a whole bunch of snacks that are for, like, everybody in the classroom? Like, who are you? I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only one who noticed this, because at some point he took like a whole like container of like cookies, and I don't know who said it, but one of my friends said, hey, you can't just take those. And then he like tries to offer her a cookie from his hand, and she's like, no, put the cookies back. And he doesn't. He just takes it and puts it in his bag, which I feel like that's just so rude, because one, this whole party is for all of us. I know the reason why is because he doesn't have food at home, but that doesn't give you the right to just steal stuff that are for other people, not just for you because you're a fat slob who's gonna get cavities one day. I hope you get diabetes one day. I really hope. Slowly, people actually started to realize he was like taking stuff. He even took like the sodas that we had because somebody brought like 3 things of like different sodas, but like Miss Fudge didn't have any like cups to put it in, so we just sat it there. But he took all 3 of those without even asking the person who like originally bought it, like for this event. How does he have friends? He's like a thief. He's just a thief who won't stop eating. He's a fat thief. Like, what in the world? But people were like noticing this and it was like starting to like make fun of him. Somebody said like his pH is probably like 1 and that's why he stinks, because he needs to stop having his legs out, bruh. I'm just saying, close your legs and also close your mouth too, because his breath stinks as well. And everybody was just making fun of him and stuff. And while we were all laughing, he was laughing too. Like, no, we are not laughing with you. We are laughing at you because you're an idiot and you're doing all this. You're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing your friends that I don't know how hang out with you or just not get embarrassed to be around you. I think it's just because they're all white, because he doesn't have any black friends. So yeah. Yeah, after that really hilarious thing, I'm going to like my next class or whatever, and then Vines comes over and nearly scares me because she's like, Carmen! I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, I was just trying to compliment your boots. I think what you're wearing is really cute. I was like, oh, thank you. It was Valentine's Day, so I said just wear a bunch of red. And Vines tells me something that Pooh says is a rumor, but deep down I feel like this is true. She told me that Pooh brought in a vibrator to the school, or tried to sneak one in, but it got confiscated by like security or whatever because it probably like buzzed the alarm. Dude, are you serious? I know the reason he can't do it at home is because like, you know, his pedophile dad would probably want to watch, but still, don't try to do that in a public area either. That's like really gross. And I don't know if it's on his BDSM test or anything that he's like an whatever it's called. Yep, he is. Oh, ew, he's into doing stuff like that. I feel like the story about the first thing kind of adds up to this because people, I don't know if it's 2 different stories or like the same story, but people keep like adding or leaving stuff out. But people keep saying that there was a vibrator involved in that situation. And I hope that this isn't something that he's done a lot at the school and hasn't gotten caught a few times. But still, that's really gross to think about. Like, ew! Why are you even doing that at school? And this is why I don't believe that you're Aero Ace, dude. I don't know. I feel like Aero Ace people don't try to like masturbate at school publicly. I know that like I can't really prove that this actually happened. I can't just go up to the guy who found the vibrator in the bag and was like, hey, did you see that hillbilly from Ed, Ed and Eddie sneak in a vibrator? Is that true? Like, I can't just go up to that guy and ask that. Like, one, that would be kind of weird, but still, like, I can't really, I don't know, but I believe it. I believe that is a true thing that happened, and he just doesn't want to admit that he's just a weirdo who likes to do stuff out in public. When Vines told me that, I felt like I was about to like pass out. I was like, you're lying to me. I'm already having a very funny day, and I don't want this to be the icing on the cake. That was really funny.